Good morning, everybody. It is the morning show. Absolutely, guys. It is the morning show. It is Monday morning. It is September the 17th, 2018, guys. It is the morning show. We are going to go live. I had a wonderful weekend. I don't know about you all, but I had a great weekend. Excuse me. I was down in Princeton, Missouri all weekend at the car show and the Calamity Jane's weekend, and I'll tell you what, it was a great weekend. A lot of good people over there and stuff like that this weekend, this past weekend here. It was just a wonderful time with the family and everything. Spent a little time the whole weekend down there. Got down there Friday night, stayed there Saturday, and watched the shootout. Went in there and watched a lot of community events going on. If you guys haven't ever followed that or been to one of them things, next year, it'll be the same weekend, this time, make sure that you attend that. It's a really great historical thing. You can learn a lot. You can meet a lot of good people down there and stuff like that. The car show was great. A lot of classic cars. Thought about doing a morning show, but it was Sunday. Hey guys, it was a really wonderful weekend. Max is whatever says my favorite part of the day. Yeah, absolutely. But it is Monday morning, and so our topics for today is when I get it all up here and hope that I can find it. So give me a minute because I made notes. I made notes because I'm old and I have to. We forget stuff if not. So hopefully I'll have it. I saved it, so we'll be all right. So I just have to find it in all of my note-takings. So by luck I did that, right, folks? I just didn't have it open. We had a little technical difficulties this morning getting ready, but we'll get right on with this with the morning show, and let me get up to my stuff. But how was everybody's weekend? But anyway, so while I'm working on this, trying to get my notepad to work. It's Monday, right? It's Monday. It's always technical Monday. Everything that could go wrong does go wrong, and everything in between. So it was great. Let's see. Well, let's try this. I don't know if it'll work. I'll get started. How about that? Don't have an account. I don't know. I don't care. Just let me into something here. All these damn computers and all their updates. It's great. It's a wonderful time in the world that we live in nowadays. So let's just open something. Don't save. Don't worry about it. Let's just open something. The morning show. There, see, life is good. Life is good. All right, guys. So this is the teaching of the auctioneer, the legendary auctioneer. Good morning, America. Here we go. We're live finally. So it is the morning show. Questions asked always, and of course, I try to abide by that. So, this is our topics for auctioneers that are wanting to be auctioneers and learn something, or that are very well seasoned auctioneers that are set in their way that they may need just to kind of have a reminder. So that's our topic for today. So, have that commentary coming in and them questions. So here we go. Ways to get people to listen to you. That's a really good thing, even for me. So I better take note, right? Everybody should take notes on this one. And, but that is our topic for today. So it is Monday morning. I didn't get on to local news today or anything to find out what's going on in the real world. So this is what we're going to talk about. Ways to get people to listen to you. It works for anybody and everybody in any industry across the world. I don't care what you're into. And what you do. But this applies to everybody and everything. So, ways to get people to listen to you. Gossip. Negativity. Complaining. Excuses. Lying. And dogmatism. If I said that last word wrong, I apologize. I like to go with the topic of hell. And not like the stuff like, oh, hell, we're going to the market, or oh, hell, another commercial. But hell as H-A-I-L. It's hell, right? That is. So what's the topic, Max Weber wants to know? Ways to get people to listen to you. That is the topic. So we'll make sure we get that loud and clear across the networks. But, hell, and it is, honestly, be clear and straight. Authenticate. Be yourself. Intrigue. Be your world. Love. Wish them well. Yeah, we'll get into all of that. Register your voice control. Tremble how your voice feels. Don't always be monotone. Express yourself. We'll get into that. We're just giving you the pieces of all the topics today that we're going to go through. Pace. Keep control of your voice, your pitch, and control of your voice. Volume of your voice. Sometimes you can come over too hard because maybe you're yelling. Maybe it's clarity, like when me doing the morning show. Sometimes I hear myself in the video that it's too loud. Maybe it's too low. Maybe it's not broadcasting. But also I'm trying to make sure that it's going through the microphone on the phone or on the tabs and everything that we use to do this morning show. And I also want to make sure that we're broadcasting correctly. Also works when you're doing live auctions out there in the world. If you have that, let's go, guys, without being mean, and you guys are wanting to go in and you want to sell that item, but you want to emphasize that we got to move, And sometimes it can be voice controlled by pitch, and that can really help your crowd control to know you're on a move, or also your ring guys, your employees. You're like, let's go, let's keep the pace going. But we'll get into more of that here in a little while. Have dreams, find out what works. Yes, I wrote most of this, guys. That's why, but I'm trying to take the notes here to make sure I can voice it control completely for you. So, have dreams, find out what works for not all of you, but find it. It must be your way. To fail is to learn. That is a big part. To fail at what you might thought was great is only a learning milestone, which will help you only become better. But you have to have an open mind for that, to know that if you did fail, don't just quit. Learn. Make it different. Help yourself. And that goes for anything. That even goes for relationships, weddings, marriages, whatever. Jobs of any style that you're in. I don't care what you're in, what you do, and how you do it. Happy is what you learn, not what you get. So, as long as you're happy, you're okay. And that is what you're learning. And you can go on with that. We can really get into that. If you look in your checkbook and not happy, look around and see what you really have. And make a change. Like it or don't like it. We'll go into that too. Set goals or goals. Set a goal or goals together. Set a goal. It always helps you reach the stars or reach whatever you may be into your job career. And address the attitude. I get a lot of negativity. I get a lot of positive on my morning show. Which brings us up to the next topics that will be going. Know who, excuse me. Know who you are. Not by age, not by the sex that you're genderized, or your name, or what you do, but who you are. Figure out inside of you who you really are, but not by name, age, sex, religion. Let's see, what else was there on there? This one from my note-taking. Not your age. Age is only but a number. You can act your age or you can become something. It doesn't matter if you're 80, 60, or 40, or 30. But to be you is who you are. And don't change that, but always change it. Don't change it for somebody that you have, that you want to impress. Don't change yourself. Be yourself. There's always somebody there. And if you're married, to most of you married men out there in the world, will understand that. Because that's what brought both of you together. So don't change exactly who you are. You both will change together. And the marital bliss will happen forever. The same thing goes with your job in the auction industry. If you're married to your job, and you love what you do in your job, that folks, right there, is getting to know who you really are. If you're not what you want to be, make a change, but do it for yourself. Always people always are trying to go out and about, trying to make their changes and change for this person. Or, well, honey, I'll make changes. I'll try my best. I'll try. I'll do better the next time. Oh, just don't leave me. Let's go top of control, folks. You don't want that. You be who you are, but make changes in a happy medium. When you both are changing, you both will go the same direction. If you don't, brings me to my next part here. Don't copy someone who, but take one thing and learn from it. If you only copy, you won't understand. Make a wave. Make a wave. But, like I said, don't copy somebody. Don't try to be like me completely, because you will never understand. Ever will you ever stand. My wife asks me all the time, honey, why are you the way you are? Because, honey, I'm that person and you love me. I am him. There's people on this show that tune into me every day that says, why are you the way you are? Why do you like it the way you do? What do you do? How are you? You will never understand. I guarantee it. Now, I guarantee that. Now, so again, let me recap on that part. Don't copy someone to the T. Take one thing and learn from it. Everybody has something to learn. I don't care who it is or where you are, but everybody has something to learn. And learn from it, but don't copy it all to the T. You make it your own. Make a wave. It's very empowerment, very well and done, but you have to be open-minded. If you're so stern on your control of what you are, great. But maybe that's not right. Maybe you're set in your ways, and that's the reason. And there's another one in here that I'm going to go on with. The more you get, the more you want. Be careful, you will lose. Okay, the more you want, and the more you get it, and the more you have, the more you really lose. And without even realizing what you've done, it's over. So, don't always want everything there. What can you teach me? Well, Max, if you haven't listened to anything that I just said, I guess I probably couldn't teach you. But, if you listen to what I have to say, I'm teaching plenty. But you must be an open mind. I do enjoy and interested that question there. Thank you. Let's go on to be relaxed. Always be relaxed. Don't be so tense and upgrown and going on, but be relaxed. Again, be who you are. And you want to be who you are, and that's okay. But be it. Get to know the person you want to learn from. But like I said, don't always copy or steal everything from him. So if you guys are out there in the auction industry and you guys are first-time auctioneers and you guys want to get out there and you want to get them young guns going and you want to really have a good time and you want to get your name out there, find somebody to tag up with. But don't steal every idea, because they again, you will not understand and you will never make it. You want to pick one thing with them and you want to learn it. And I'm not meaning the chat. I'm not meaning customer control or contracts or how do you get this advertising to work or what do you do that's better? How did you get to do 72 auctions? How did you a year, 52 auctions or 32 auctions or whatever? I don't care. That's not what I'm getting at. Learn one thing from that person. And it may just be how to smile. It may be how to have a handshake. It could be something small like that, or it could be very, very large. It's what you want. You set your goals. You do it. Having to, and have a good time. Yes, want to have a great time. Have a good time. Everybody's having a good time. Now, the more you want, and I got relaxed. Now, to get to know the person you learn from, I got that. Learn how to organize your life. Learn how to organize it. That right there is huge. Organize your life into everything. And I'm not meaning, I got to be here and be there, and I got to have the morning show at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. I got to go have my coffee, which is a clue to me. It is the morning show, for Christ's sakes. But be yourself. Now, let's see here. Don't be selfish. Yeah, help each other together. That is huge. Don't always go out there and, well, geez, he has that, and if I help him, my God, he's just going to go to the next level, and he's going to be bigger than me, and I don't want that. I want to keep him down here. Well, you really don't want that. That's good. I like that. Usually I don't wear pants when I have a good time. Well, there you go. See? He set himself a goal, and I like it. I like that. He's being himself, and he's learning from himself. Maybe in the wrong way, but hey, you know, whatever. Everybody's still alive. And don't judge. Be honest. That was the first topic in the first sentence out of my mind up on my notes a little while ago. Don't judge everybody. Learn from them. Be like them, but don't copy them. But learn something from them, is what I said. Now, just because I wrote notes is because I'm old, and when we get on this, the spread goes crazy. So we have to make notes. Now, let's go on here. I said, don't be selfish. Think what you want, not dream what you want. One more time with that, because that is huge. Think what you want, not dream what you want. So be and make it your own. What if you're a judge? Yeah, well, you know what? That is a job. That is entitlement. And because you're a judge, and a judge can only judge upon the laws that were provided. If you are judging a auction competition, you are judging on the clarity, chant, voice control, voice pitch, how you address the participant. It is not that you have hatred or that you dislike somebody and you bring out the real world into the competition. You cannot use your judgmental skills just to be like, well, you know what? I don't like him personally. I don't like anything he does. I don't like anything. I don't care. You can't judge him on that basis. Your job is your job, and to judge is to do your job. So it would be based on pitch, clarity, sportsmanship, alike, and also voice control. I said that about 3 times now. How did you approach them? How did you open up your conversation? How did you go out and get that crowd to join around you? Because we'll keep this a little auction topic, but this goes for lots of areas. And so that right there, folks, is huge, okay? That is huge. That is one of the things. And in a competition, to be judged is the biggest nervous-wracking thing you can do. But again, your judges cannot judge you on dislikes and likes of the real world. They must or should judge you for what they're being asked to judge you on. And that's that. The same thing as a judge is in a criminal court case or just general court. Again, a judge cannot judge you on who you are, but only by the laws that were provided to live equally. Okay? And what the laws are protected for both sides of the party. But that is all they're judging. They're judging the story. They're judging it. That's it. Or they're judging the crime that was taking place. Again, they're not personally judging you to the fact, but they're judging the law. Okay? And that's why it's called a practice. Laws will never be written if they never went into law and were broken, or somebody in a numinous came together to make it a law. Laws are broken every day of the world. You're always proven unguilty or proven guilty unless you're unguilty. However that word is. I'm not a cop. But that's that. So always never judge. Judge of a lot. Judge as detail. Judge as how they talk, the clarity. But don't be negative about it. And don't, it's like if you go and you have an in-law that, oh God, Jesus, there's that in-law. Oh my God, oh my word. Oh, it's going to be a long day. Don't do that. Go up to them and say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Glad to see you here. With a fucking smile on your face. You want to piss off that person more and get her to go away or him away faster than you ever could believe. So don't always go in there, because sometimes that's this out. Oh, sometimes they don't have the people skills to understand how to get along with you, because maybe they're so damn jealous of you that just right there is why they are the way they are. So maybe they lack the skills to make a friendship, and they don't understand how to make a friendship. And that isn't a personal thing, or that isn't a disability, but it could be a personal thing, and it could be a disability. So again, don't always judge a book by its cover. Get to know that person and take one thing from that person and be that person. That is the point. And don't always try to copy that person, because if you do, you will only fail. I guarantee it, because you will never understand. Now, on to our next spoke, and I do appreciate the comments. A man only becomes wiser because he's tried and failed and learned. That is why old people are always saying, well, I did that. Well, I'm a wise old man. And that's where that saying really come from is, well, he's a wise old man. You know why? Because he tried everything and he failed at it. And if he failed at it, he learned from it to make it. So then, therefore, he never failed. Because he's wise now. He is a wise old man. Old men get wise because they've tried it. They've learned from it. You can only learn from your mistakes. It's kind of like my morning show. I learn every day. Every time I do one of these morning shows and I try to come out there, how many people I get that come up to me. And I'll tell you what, they're literally actually walking up to me saying, hey, you're the auctioneer. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Well, boy, you know what? I've been following you, boy. I just really like you. Well, thank you. Now, I don't know who they are from Adam. Will I probably remember them? I will for a while. In 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 years, I probably won't. And that's not personal. That's just law. Because of so many different people that I do get coming up to me. But when I really sit back and relax, I've taken something from them. I've either taken a smile or learned to them, or I've helped them. Without even never knowing it. And do I want anything for that? No. No, I don't. But I'll tell you what, that's just how it is. Now, I could probably give a better definition on that, but we'll just go with this. Now, don't tell your goals to people with small minds. That will only not help you. So, again, don't tell people your goals with small minds. Therefore, they won't understand. Absolutely won't understand. It is Monday morning. Everything is coming in live. Okay. I got it. Now, everything's working from the weekend. Going on here, not to lose your minds. But, words. The words you speak become your reality. So always remember that. The words you speak become your reality. That absolutely is huge on your reality side. So, when you're on there on the words that you're speaking, as I just spoke the last 25 minutes of my show here, that is just words being spoken. That becomes my reality that I'm going to live with for a while. Now, going on, surround yourself with people who see your value and remind you of a great person that you are. Surround yourself by people that value and remind you of who you are. Now, I couldn't rest the case that anybody other than that could be a girlfriend, a wife, an ex-wife, or anything of that point. Or your mother. Your mother and your father, if you have them still in your lives. That right there. I did there, Max Weber. Now, people wrote this, and other people have talked about it. But if you learn from one person, you take enough information from each person that you ever have met, and you make a note in your notepad every day, you can actually take all of them pinpoint stars and all them astro stars and funny little pictures you might draw when you're draw on the telephone, and you're sitting there drawing. You take a circle and you circle certain words out of all their conversations that you talk out of the many people that you ever talked about. You then can write yourself a novel. An auctioneer is a legacy. And a wife. Could be a mistress. Absolutely. Anybody who values you is well worth the time. And they're always going to be it. Now, remember, no one will believe you in you unless you do it first. Now, it's kind of like my morning show. Everybody's like, Kyle, you're crazy. Kyle, you're just nuttier than a fucking fruitcake. Kyle, you're just... Oh, we're back. Kyle, yeah. Come on. Stay connected. Damn it. I hope we're still on there. Alright, we're having a little technical difficulties with the internet this morning, folks. Now, I hope we're still live. Not sure. But we'll go on with it. Alright, now, remember, no one will believe you unless you do it first. And we got 100 deals going on here. Anyways, what I want to do is the next one. Surround yourself, where we're going to recap on that. Surround yourself with people who see your value and remind you of it. A great person might just be your friend, your wife, or your colleague, or your boss. Anybody. Your dog, too. I don't care. Well, if it's a Soulmax, then great. I'm not sure if that is, but awesome. Now let's go here. Remember, no one will believe you in you unless you do it first. That's where I was at. If you want to do it, most people don't believe in yourself or going on it, and don't be judged. Judge yourself. You're the worstest critic you could ever have. Yourself is. Nobody else is the worstest critic other than yourself. You're going to criticize yourself everywhere unless you're such a self-egotistic person, and right there, that was just validated. You're judging yourself, and you're so egotistic you don't understand it. But that's that. And you can go off with that forever. But it's just like people said on my show, Kyle, it probably won't work. Kyle, you're going to run into hiccups. You're going to run into politics. You're going to run into negativity land. You're going to run into goals. You're going to run into craziness. I was told, like, Kyle, don't do this. Guess what? Kyle never listens. Kyle is himself. Kyle learns only from his mistakes. And Kyle is going to make it the greatest damn show you ever did see. And for some reason, I'm still going to go. And that's what it is. Because that's what I like to do. Now, you can take for whatever that grain of salt is and learn from it right there. Because I'm a great example of what to do or not to do. Either way you can go. It must work for me. It must work for him. Who knows? But that's okay. Because that's what it's about. Now, going on with this one right down the line. I love this one. And this was not quoted. This is a quoted conversation right here. This is a quote. So I will only give it to the right quotation person. Quoted person. Because that's something I learned, and I met him, and I talked with him. And this is one thing that I have taken from him, that I learned with him when I get to this point. But this is a subject that I have taken from him. I did not copy him. I do not know him enough to say that. I know he is an auctioneer. I know that he is an acquaintance. I consider him to be my friend. I may not be his friend, but that doesn't change the matter of fact that he's still my friend. Even though I might not be his friend. I don't know. I don't know him good enough because I didn't copy his lifestyle. I don't try to act like him. I don't try to be like him. I am myself. But this I will quote. Welcome to success. The more you become, the more people will become jealous of you. And only may put you down. Welcome to success when you hit the big leagues. You will only know when you get there. Welcome to success. That right there touched me in so many different ways that I have never forgotten that quotation from an auctioneer who is a fellow friend of mine, as I call him. And I will always call him, and I respect him. I don't know his personal life. I don't know when the hell the last time he went to dinner, or what the hell he's doing tomorrow, or what the hell he's doing in an hour from now. I have no idea. I don't care. However, I do care that I ever got to meet him, and I took something from him, but I never copied him. I become my individuality, and just as he is. Now, he might be richer than me. I don't know, and I really don't care. Good for him. Great for his success. I'm happy for him. But I will tell you that I took from him. And if you want to know who the mentor was on what I did take from him, and I don't care because, again, it's my show. Is that more negativity? This at the top of the page here, probably. But I do want to quote that, and that quotation was given by Jason Halbert. Jason Halbert called me up one day. And that last word and sentence that I just said is his. I will not take credit for that whatsoever. I will not. Okay? That's a guy that everybody should get to know and to learn from right there. Now, that's the most positive and etiquette way to do it. Now, and everybody can be like themselves. Talk to people. Don't be a wallflower. Don't go on top of the deal. No, I didn't actually. It came on a deal. Somebody made it. I sure didn't. I should have. I thought about it. But talk to people. Don't be a wallflower, folks. You want to get out there and meet all the people you possibly can be. Don't be sitting there being like that, being on the first date with clammy hands and your hands are sweaty because there's a hot-looking girl over there at the bar and when you want to talk to her, you want to take her out for a dance. Maybe get her phone number. Maybe take her home and woo her a little bit. Whatever. Whatever your style is, because it ain't no judging. So, folks, with that, you want to make sure you don't want to be a wallflower. You want to get out there and invest in yourself. If you can't ever invest with yourself, that right there, folks, is something that you're going to want to do. So don't be a wallflower. A good talker or a big caller is like a conversation, like a miniskirt. Short enough to retain interest, long enough to cover the subject. That is a good big take, or a good talker or a good big caller. And a big collar going on there is like a conversation with the miniskirt, short enough to retain interest, long enough to cover the subject. Now, folks, with that, I can't ever have you. Do you have any advice to land a hot date? Well, sure there, Max Weber, I sure do. Don't be a wallflower. Get out. One more time. Be yourself. Don't be a wallflower. Go out, mingle. Go out, meet somebody. Say hello. How are you? My name is. Strike up a conversation. Find a like and enjoy it. If it doesn't work, that's okay. Time will only tell. Be yourself. Don't be somebody else. Don't copy them. You can read 1,000 books. You can read 100 things. You can do whatever you want. Pants are not optional or required. It really doesn't make a difference. I mean, there's everybody do you like. If you want to walk wherever you want to walk without a pair of pants, be yourself. That's what it's about. Just be careful of the laws. You will be judged. You'll be negative. It's okay. Kyle Miller said it was okay. That crazy auctioneer online said it was okay. Oh my God, Kyle. This guy I watch online, he said it was okay, officer. I didn't have to wear pants. Max, again, I don't know you exactly personal, and I'd start laughing, but I wouldn't judge you. I wouldn't judge you, but I wouldn't say it. I'd just plead the fifth. Like, oh, well, that's great. Can we get some picture of that in camera? Because we want to put that on the morning show. That's the marketing, because if it only work, it only help us get a little bit bigger and better. Because, again, it's an open book. It's only open. Guys, if there ain't something that you didn't learn at today's show, then don't be your wallflower. If there isn't something that you didn't learn out of here, or you want me to recap this week, it is Monday morning. Please send us in on the commentary, and we will touch that comment on our next morning show, folks, with that. Again, I am wearing pants. I absolutely am. I'm wearing blue jeans, as a cowboy should. Oh, or shouldn't. Whatever. It works. There's a couple questions. It is questionnaire time, so I'm going to go through the spread here and want to have a good time. I want to ask different people. Well, we're going to have a picture of the lawn. Ain't that pretty? We're going to go right back to my ugly face. All right, here we go. My favorite part of the day. Oh, boy, the morning show. That's right. Man, what's the topic? Got that done. Done that. Can you teach me? Did that. Usually don't wear pants to have a good time. What are your judge goals? And here we go. Boring, Kyle. You gone corporate. You must be getting paid by someone now because you have changed. You're not yourself anymore. We like the wild impros and comments made by you. Now, you are reading from a script. Come on, legend, be yourself. Now, see, now look at that. Now, if that ain't positively and being judging right there. Now, this is me on a normal day without being commentarily funny. But again, I have to have topics, folks. You guys got to keep watching because there's always the wild side. The wild side of being yourself. But if I can't teach somebody something, then what the hell's the purpose of my show for? So I gotta be the wild side, but I also have to be myself. As we air on and we go on with these shows and our legacies and our videos and our uploads and our websites coming today, folks. It is being delivered today or by tomorrow, so our lights will be there. I just wanted to be biggest benefit. What could be my biggest benefit? Oh yeah, well, absolutely. Who wrote the reality you're writing? Well, that is a.k.a. Kyle Miller, the Legendary Auctioneer Morning Show. Done to you live and copyrighted by American laws and by my website, with all powers being belong to me. Thank you, Max Weber. Appreciate that. Gonna be a mistress. That is my favorite song. Thundered by my Imagine Dragons. Yeah, if you heard that, yes, that is a song about Imagine Dragons. I do like that song. That is a good song. What did you have for dinner last night? Well, let's see. I had IHOP. So we had a little, egg. Yep. I was down there in IHOP coming back in late last night, and that's what it was. So, guys, we had dinner last night. We were all at IHOP, and I had the steak omelet. It was pretty good. Do you have pants required? Are you wearing pants? Kyle, see more. Whoa! I just landed what could be the biggest benefit event yet. How do you celebrate success? Well, Brian Schaefer says, Kyle, I just landed what could be my biggest benefit event yet. How do I celebrate success? With a smile and an entertainment of saying thank you. Shake their hand, shake everybody's hand, and always advertise yourself. Make it your own, and don't worry about the negativity. But be yourself. Okay? Absolutely. Absolutely be it. Going on to the next one, folks. Again, we'll land into what is your favorite beer? Well, my favorite beer. Boy, I guess it'd have to be Miller. Miller High Life, Miller Junior Draft. I guess if I get some branding rights on this thing, I guess it'd be a Miller. Because it is my last name. They did steal that name. They made it their own. See, there's a perfect deal. Philip Morris, a very smart guy, came with the idea to come up with a name and serve it to a ball. He didn't judge himself. He didn't become anybody that he wasn't. He just helped support it. If I couldn't get any better than marketing than that, right? The advice I did share on this old nice red just landed that comment. That was amazing. Champions of beers. That's right. The champion of beers. That's right. You asked me a beer. If you asked me a wine, we'd be going a long ways. A long ways. Get that fly. Yeah, that damn fly, let me tell you. Flies are everywhere. They'll be dying here soon. I'll be freezing. I'll be have to be inside and do my shows inside in the heat. Rare or medium rare? I like a medium rare. So I like it just a little bit right there, but not right at the medium side, but just a little bit on the medium rare side of my steak. That right there, and a good shrimp and barbecue. Absolutely, all day long, I'd be quite all right with that. You damn pesky flies, go away. What kind of steak? Well, I like actually prime rib. Yeah, I love prime rib. If not, I like a good sirloin too. Oh, good ribeye works also. And right there, rib or biscuits. I love rib, but I don't know. Down there in Clemente James last weekend, we had a brisket, but I'll tell you what, it was the best shit. But I'll tell you what, ribs are my delicacy. I actually make my own ribs, and I love them. I really do. What up? What?
I just wondered if you were close to being done.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to ask you.
All right. Yeah. Some of you do know what Kyle likes, so out of steaks, what kind of steaks Kyle likes. You're damn right. Be more specific. What do you celebrate getting a gig or after the success of a great gig? What do you celebrate? I celebrate having a new friend. I celebrate getting to know people. And the people that I got to meet. The people that I got to talk about. Be more specific. That I'm probably going to get judged. That what I should or should not have done. Like this Saturday on the 22nd, guys, we'll be airing live down there in the morning show at that auction, and we'll try to broadcast as best as possible what the towers will allow us to do that live broadcasting, and as long as we have a good show and people show up and people sell. That'll be that. Now, put them on camera too. Oh, that's my wife. Yeah, I should. I really should one day. That would be a fun time. I don't think you guys would get. I think we'd all have to start developing some gray hair. But like I said, a man only becomes wiser because he's failed and he's learned from it. So really, that's it. Folks. I mean, that is the deal. Let's see. I got onto that one. I could really go on to that more, Brian. There, but I'll be more specific. Again, guys, like I said, everything that I do put on here, I don't cut out. I always let it up live, and when we do record it, and we do air it, as we are going to put it on our website shows. These will always be here for you guys to recap. One that I also want for then I can go back and relive my life. Relive what I become and what I've made happen. What can I change? What can't I change? And how can I become better than what I thought I was already? As an open book. That is really what it is. Oh, golly damn, I don't know. What is the wildest thing that I have ever sold? Well, there's some legendary, hell, I'm the legendary, but there's some legendary stories about that. But I think I'll let that comment go on with the people that follow me, and they can probably fill you in the best, which will be my fan base and my customer base. Oh yeah, there's anything I'll refuse to sell, anything illegal or been stolen. Anything that's illegal or been stolen that I know has been, then I will refuse to sell it. Absolutely. Anything that really wouldn't be, as long as it don't break a law, I'd sell it. It's like actually selling one of them vibrating pigs for, like a barn store. I've sold a couple of them before, and they go pretty high. It's always funny, whoever buys it, they always have the biggest laugh, and people do it. But I'll tell you what, then that guy's an older guy that bought it, and he says, well, what, you know what? It don't matter. If I can make a buck on it, that's what I care about. And that's why he bought it. He says, well, everybody laughs, but he said, Kylie, they always got to remember, at least I'm the only one who has it, and everybody else is going to want to come and look at it. Now it just become a conversation piece. He said, now that was just worth my money right there. And they fell into it. But I was the only one smart enough to buy it. Now, guys, if you don't get it wiser than that, you guys figure that out. But you guys take it your way. You guys are the open mind. Now, that probably sounded like a little bit of Bob Ross going on there, painting and stoned out. But still, it'll be okay, guys. You bang that little dab right there, it'll just be okay. It'll be okay. Yeah, just put a little bush right here and paint a little bush right there. Put a little deer over here. Yeah, just make it your own, guys. Just make it your own. It'll be okay. Just make it your own. Well, it's Kyle smoking, right? If you can't get any better than this, what is that, Kyle smoking? Oh shit, guys, right there, guys. It's been good. Reviews, all 7 of us are here right now. Yes, see, and there comes the legendary stuff right there. Wally says, hey, I'm going to find that picture of you wearing a dress for Halloween, so everybody on the fun side of Kyle. That's right, guys. The fan base is odd. Yeah, my fan base is odd. And I tell you what, yeah, I did. And I was more than pleased to tell you what, this might not be on the edited cut of this video, but we might have to edit this one. No. There's A, but won't be. The deal is that on there, yeah, I did wear a dress. It was Halloween. We were down there at the old auction house on the south side in Carlisle, downtown Iowa. And it was Halloween, and I wore a mini skirt with a blonde wig just to prove that I would do it. And everybody says crazy. I tell you what, it was cold. We didn't have any hardly heat in the building, and I was in a mini skirt. Yeah, I couldn't bend over because it's all the full Monty would have been showing, but I did wear a skirt. I even had little balloons in my boobies just to make them all work, just to make a little bit of bigger chest on myself. So I had to add balloons on there. It was a great time. I lived out on a dare, and I done it in college. I did it in high school. I thought, what better more way to make the entertaining laughter and to be remembered and live my legacy and my legendariness at the Carlisle Sale Barn wearing a dress. Guys, with that, you know what? That right there is why you get your customers to follow you. Be yourself. That's my whole idea of that. Be yourself. Be what you want to be. Always being judged, always being negativity, that's okay. You learn from it. Take one thing from it and go with it, guys, because you can only be yourself because you only get once of you. You only get one time. You only get one deal. Folks, with that, but, so, once again, folks, with that again, I want to thank you all for this morning. It was a wonderful morning. It was, so again, to close out on this, it is, again, September the 17th on a Monday, 2018. Clock time is now, was recorded at 11:24, finished, out without a commentary. Guys, oh, it's been great. It's been fun. Always remember, keep your stick on the ice. It's the morning show, guys. With Kyle Miller, the legendary auctioneer. It has been fun. You don't want to miss out. We'll see you hopefully tomorrow, guys. Thank you. Thank you all. It's been a blast, folks. Keep your stick on the ice. Always remember the living lives wherever you are. Learn something. Be yourself. Be who you are. Guys, I'm out. Keep your stick on the ice. Keep calm, auction on, hammer down. It's a fun time, folks. I appreciate it. We'll see you on the flip side.